gay men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
So, not hard words to understand, are they? Leave me the fuck alone. I don't like you. I don't think you're attractive. I don't think you're hot and sexy. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. Mr. Perry is the creepiest, nastiest, grossest, fat, lazy, turn-off piece of shit, sick, twisted motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Absolutely cannot get a date with me under any circumstances. I would not walk in a room with that weird, creepy little bitch for millions. He embarrasses the fuck out of me because he's weirdo and he's creepy and he likes that. And the more you say, I don't like creepy guys, the creepier he gets. I don't like sex weirdos or peeping toms or little pathetics, little whiny girls. I like men's men. I'm not lesbian. I like men, chivalrous men. I don't go out with a guy unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I don't go out with a guy that can't respect boundaries. I don't go out with a man unless he can respect the law. And me and other people in my life. And the more I say, I don't like that, he does it more. And then he can't figure out why nobody likes him. And he keeps getting told on. And he can't get a real date and a real love life. And he can't get a cover-up. And people won't cooperate with him and tell him anything. But they're telling us. And we're getting cooperation. Here's the thing. We like people in general. They don't like being threatened. They don't like being harassed. They don't like having their privacy invaded. They don't like being, stressed out and anxious all the time and fearful. They don't like you because you caused that. Nobody likes drama. You need to act your age. You act like you're fucking 2 years old. You can't understand a word people say. I don't want to deal with stupid. No one does. Everybody's sick and tired of it, Mr. Perry. Act like you understand what I just said. You're creepy. I don't like creepy. Fuck off. I don't like weirdo. You can't get enough of the weirdo. So fuck off. You're not my cup of tea. Act your age instead of like a little girl. A little 2-year-old little girl watching TV pretending and playing with little girl toys. It's a turn off. So people have to start wondering, what do you really want? If you really want clean teeth, you buy a toothbrush, you buy toothpaste, and you go brush your teeth. If you want groceries, you get off your ass, get in your car, drive to the grocery store, buy groceries, and then you bring them home. And when you continue to say, I want groceries and I want clean teeth, but we never see you get off your fat, lazy ass. So nobody believes you anymore. Nobody believes a word you say. You're just full of crap, especially when you do it every day for a decade. And where is your wife, Jacqueline, when you bother me? I don't like you. There's nothing to like. People like those who make life easy and fun. And you're all about that, everything's a thing, and everything's drama, and everything's a problem. And you took everything I have. I just said, I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I missed a lot of meals. You took my home, and you did it on purpose, and you did it maliciously, and we can prove that. You took my car, you did it on purpose, and you did it maliciously. You had me pulled over, you did it on purpose, and you did it maliciously. And I guess the cop that pulled me over and ticketed me was told, she's going to try to make you sound corrupt. No, we're going to ask him some questions. I'm going to ask him some questions. We're going to find out what led to that. Because Mr. Perry is all about the threats and the bribes. I'll take everything you have. I'm telling my attorney. Day after day after day, he's threatening to take everything I have if I don't take his buy-a-lie money and lie. He'll have me false arrested. He'll have me murdered. He'll take my house. He'll take my car and everything I have and make me broke until I lie. He told everybody in Oklahoma who would listen that's what he was going to do. And we documented it and documented it and documented it and documented it. They have thousands of those emails that say that specifically. Okay? Going back way for quite a while. Because I caught the murder that you committed. I've caught more than one. No one else you know has done that, right? Or they're just they don't have any balls to say it, to stand up to you. You're a princess. I mean, I don't even have words for that. But did you do that to this cop? Did you tell him you're going to pull her over and give her a ticket? Or we'll do to you what we did to her and Mike and Lucky? You can either lose everything you have, or you take our bribe and do what we tell you. Because you do that all the time, Mr. Perry. That's your MO. Here's the thing. We're smart. We're thinking circles around you in our sleep. Right? How many other victims have your code words and people's names that work with you, like Lucius, Sanjay, Calvin, Blankenship, Desiree, Beverly, Kate, James, Ruben, Richard, Dickie? Who's Lucius to you? Who's Monique to you? Why don't you tell the courts that? Huh? Why didn't you tell the courts that? You're just a lame, boring accountant if it's not for your crime. You think the crime is going to make you notorious. Yeah, it will, but not in the way you wanted. So, these are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. This is Cynthia Ortiz. It is February 20th, 2023. Mr. Perry did carry out those threats. It took him about a year, but he did it. Every single thing he threatened, he carried it out. Except for a second false arrest, and he's still working on that. He's typing in my phone. We have a court order you need to get. Do you? Okay, well, have someone get it to me, dumbass. Thanks for the heads up. I guess he had a taxpayer resource ping my phone. And the guy that pinged it said he's got her phone cloned by about 5 people. It's pinging all over the place. I can't figure out which one is hers. Yep, we heard it. So, I'm going to do the disclaimer, Mr. Warman. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. But guess what? The one is coming. You don't know who's going to prosecute it. You don't know what day the arrest will be. Who's going to make them. But we quote you every fucking day. Right, Lucius? How do I know your name? That I know of. I've not met you. How do I know your name, Calvin? You're bald and fat. Who told me that? Which law enforcement agency told me that? See, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't even have a clue. You'd shit yourself if you knew. But you have Mr. Perry to thank every time I quote you, because every time he contacts me, or causes a problem, or causes drama, or causes loss, I lose even an eyelash. Because of him, we get more, because you're pissing off people with a whole lot more power in their pinky toe than you will ever have. There are billions of dollars being sunk into fighting the kind of crime you're into. It's called sex exploitation, sex trafficking, human rights violations, David. You want to starve women into a lie? Okay, make sure you can live with what happens when you do that. So, nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. We apply the but-for and the proximate cause legal standards to these. They are to establish mens rea. It doesn't do any good for us to talk about what you're about to do, what you were recorded talking about doing, after you do it. We got to do it before, like we always have for like a decade now, Lucius. Every fucking day. You're pissing people off. Nobody likes drama queens, troublemakers, those who cause problems and stress and make life hard. So you can't get anybody to tell you anything, but we can. You have leaks, we don't. Look at your results. It's not that hard. It's hard for somebody like Mr. Perry, who's mentally retarded and mentally ill, both. Our shrink called it a long time ago. It embarrasses the hell out of me. He's as stupid as he is. I don't have patience for it. I really don't. I think he was stupid before he got Huntington's disease. How do we know he has Huntington's disease? Because when he contacts me and causes me loss, we get more. Duh. I mean, come on with this. This has been every day since McNamara email in 2015. Every day we quote you. We got hundreds of emails about you wanting me pulled over. Right, bald fat Calvin? Calvin, weren't you one of the main ones behind that? Didn't you make those kind of phone calls? Who did you threaten at TPD to have me pulled over like 8 times in a week or something? It's a ridiculous amount of times. We can put you on the stand too, can't we, Calvin? You're bald and fat. I know that. I've not met you that I know of. Who'd you piss off when you fucked with me? You don't even know, do you? Okay, so but we applied the but for legal standard and the proximate cause legal standard, which is pretty much the same thing. You caused a problem. You got caught planning it. You did it anyway because you're stupid. And you think people don't remember. You got Alzheimer's. Let me tell you something. Everyone else can figure it out. You're not fooling anybody at all. You're retarded if you think you are, David. People hate your guts. Okay? You're not fooling anybody. And they remember when I said it again and again and again. Here's what they're planning. Here's what they're trying to do. Here's what they're threatening to do. And then you do it. It's so easy, it's not fair. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I assert all constitutional rights, especially but not limited to equal protection of the laws like Title 18 of the United States Code, 1512 and 1513, Violence Against Women Act, domestic violence laws, anti-stalking, hacking, and peep and Tom. You're a little peep and Tom. You sit there and watch TV and pretend that's your life because you're that boring and that bizarre and that pathetic, and it's embarrassing. It's fucked up and it's embarrassing. It's a sex crime, sir. And so you're a sex offender, allegedly. And a cop killer, allegedly. So did you tell that cop, I'll do the same thing to Mike and Lucky and her as I did to, as if you don't do what I tell you and pull her over and ticket her? See, that's we gotta ask him. We gotta ask him that question. Are you just corrupt because you woke up and decided you're going to be corrupt? Is that why you wanted to be a cop? You're on a power trip? Or did Mr. Perry threaten you? Did he? Princess, shut up. Listen to the words, Mr. Perry. Nobody cares what you think. Were you asked? No, you were not. What were you asked to do? Get off your ass and go be normal if you have the power to. And get the fuck off me, you rapist sicko. We can get information and you can't. Every time you contact me, we get more. So when you say you don't like getting told on and caught, then you're full of shit. Because it's the same thing every day. You're just lying. You're just fucking lying. So, we don't even know what to do. We don't even know what to say to this bullshit. See, Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease. Our shrink tells us years ago. I'm like, why is he not embarrassed? He embarrasses the hell out of me. He's a weirdo. Why isn't he embarrassed? He's fucking creepy. Why doesn't that embarrass him that he's that guy? She goes, I'm telling you, he's severely mentally ill and severely mentally retarded, and he doesn't know that he should be. He doesn't know. You know, because you think normally. You're very smart. He has no fucking idea. She doesn't say fucking, but she said he has no idea that he should be about to die with embarrassment over the weird stuff he does. Far outside social norms. Extreme deviancy. Sick, twisted shit no normal person could think up if they had to. Can't do it. We don't think that way. But he does. And he thinks that way 24/7. And it embarrasses everybody but him. So, at that point, she said, I think he's got Alzheimer's or senile dementia. It concerns me that people have to repeat themselves all the time for him. And he still doesn't get it. It goes right over his head. They're not clicking. So he's got severe impaired cognitive reasoning. He couldn't pass the cognitive reasoning test I give first grade patients. He couldn't do it. He can't. So I'm concerned if we try to seek the death penalty, he won't pass the 8th Amendment test. He's that stupid. She didn't say stupid. I'm saying stupid. I'm like, oh my God, wow. Well, sure as shit, it comes out later. He's got Huntington's disease, so that causes impaired cognitive reasoning. Mental retardation, part of it right there. And it causes psychosis, paranoia, delusion, and hallucinations. He sees things that aren't there. And so that's the mental illness. So she had it right long ago. Right? Didn't she? Okay, so everybody's sick and tired of you being in Oklahoma. Nobody invited you here. I don't want you in my life. You can't get a date with me to save your life. You don't have a woman holding your hand. You don't have a woman with you. You're sitting there with your blow-up doll. Wishing, pretending, watching me work. You're lazy. You're fat. You're creepy. and you're weirdo. And so people don't like that. When you do things people don't like, they don't like you. When you threaten and you harass and you bully Calvin and Lucius, pretty soon people are going to get sick of that. And they're going to start talking and cooperating with people that say, we're going to put a stop to it. We're here. You know, we're going to put a stop to it. That's all there is to it. Next thing you know, we're quoting you. Next thing you know, we found out what you just said. Mr. Perry, by the way, has Huntington's disease. Yep. People like those who make life easy and fun. And man's kindness brings blessings. We can get information. We don't have leaks. But his cruelty will be his downfall. You have leaks and we can get them. You can't get shit. Mr. Perry's typing in my phone. Is it France? Is it Chicago PD? Are they getting messages to you through your water that you buy? Oh my God. Wow. Here's the thing, Mr. Perry. Whoever it is you think it is, call him and ask him. And then tell him to stop stopping your crime and hold your breath. They'll get right on that. They'll tell you everything you want to know. How many years have you been asking the same questions and getting the same answers, and everybody's sick of repeating themselves for you? Yeah, too long. This is how people see you. You're getting on everybody's last nerve, all of you are.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Okay, watch this guy. He absolutely makes no sense at all. First of all, here he's being told, leave me the fuck alone. Crazy Neil here. He's never going to get a date with that girl. That's not what you do if you want a date with a woman. You don't harass her. You don't bully her. She either likes you or you don't. You be pleasant. You make life easy and fun. So I've dated a lot of men, Mr. Perry. A lot of men I was intimate with. They didn't act like that guy or you. So you don't actually want a date. What you want is to piss everybody off. You get some sick, weird thrill just sitting around all day pissing everybody the fuck off. Because if you didn't, you'd stop. When you do it to me, you get caught. Ask the Muffin Man. Who's the Muffin Man? That's somebody's nickname that works with you. Right? You got your code words. Rumpelstiltskin, Ratatouille, Weeble Wobbles, Pin the Tail on the Donkey. We found out your code words. You have any other victim that knows all that? I know that. How do I know that? Calvin, Lucius. Yeah, you're fucking with the wrong people, and you don't seem to get that. We're like, wow, it doesn't get any slower than y'all. We could spot a pattern the second time you do it. Every day for almost a decade, you fuck with me, you get told on. You fuck with me, you get caught. People don't like the anxiousness and the stress and the anxiety and the fear and the sadness you cause. Duh. They like those people who are going to stop that. And the drama and the problems you create. So, one of your guys said, we've never had one of our victims of sex exploitation and trafficking figure out we put hidden cameras in their house and are broadcasting them all over the dark web and making money on it. Off their body, getting entertained, using their body without their consent, or knowledge, or compensation. We've never had one figure out we're causing the problems in their life. We've never had one bill us. We've never had one sue us. And we've never had one solve a murder we committed to cover all that up. But she did. And yet you act like you don't know what those words mean. You're right, I did. I figured that out. How? Who? What? When? Where? And nobody will tell you anything. Because everybody's sick of you and your crime. Duh. People don't like crime. They don't like loss. They don't like suffering. Watch the news, dumbasses. So we can get information and nobody will tell you shit. Maybe TPD doesn't like some bitch like you, you know, what getting in their face and then telling them you're gonna hurt somebody for us, or we'll take, you know, we'll take everything you have. Maybe they're tired of that. Mr. Perry, what did I just say? He's in my other phone typing. What did I just say, stupid? Mr. Perry, I just said, when you contact me, that gets us more. Is that what you want? Seems like it is. You just can't control yourself, can you, pathetic? You don't have a love life. You don't have a woman with you. Nobody's holding your hand or even trying to. You're getting kicked off. And told on, and told on, and told on. Is that what you want? It has to be, or you'd stop. You need to control yourself, Mr. Perry. Listen, nobody cares what you think. You weren't asked, Connie Curry. Little butt-in. You're like little butt-in Bertha walking around, you know. Okay, so this guy, also, look how crazy. Crazy people don't know they're crazy, even if you tell them. And stupid people don't know they're stupid, even if you tell them. So, you can't fix Mr. Perry. Get out of my phone right now. See, here's the thing, is he'll type in it. And then sometimes if I stop and ask him to, like, he should know what I'm doing right now, right? This is a recording. Sometimes if I say, shut the hell up, bitch. No one cares what you think. You weren't asked. You're getting us more doing that shit. You have to want to get us more. Or you get the hell out of my life, dumbass. I mean, I don't even. So sometimes he'll stop. Anyways, he shouldn't know what I'm doing. He only does because he's a little peeping Tom who can't get a real life. You gotta sit there and watch TV and pretend with his little girl toys. And, like, you know, little girl watching Frozen with my dolly. That's Charles Perry. Does that sound like somebody you'd want to date with? No. Fucking no. No way. The men I've dated, Mr. Perry, that actually got a real date with me and real sex and all that, I'm gonna sit here and watch TV and pretend. Those guys, they're normal. You have to be normal to ride this ride. And you don't have that kind of power. You're stupid and weak. And pathetic. And I left Lubbock to get away from all this. And your weirdo problem. You're bothering me with it. And I don't really like that. No one does. You have to look at results. We can get information and you can't. Nobody will tell you shit, right? Call Chicago PD and ask them if they're the ones stopping your crime. Call them and ask them. Okay. So, this guy here has been told 6 times, leave me the fuck alone, weirdo. And he's not listening. He doesn't understand words. He's a grown man who can't think past tying his shoe. And he starts talking about her clothes. Okay, bitch, nobody asked you what you think about her clothes. Yeah, Connie Curry.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
Okay, in a civilized society, we don't act like that. You get some dignity, you get some class, and you don't fucking act like that. Peeping, poking, pink penny, pathetic Perry. Your guy called you that. You're embarrassing your own people. You can't control it, can you? Your weirdo problem. You don't have the power to control your strange old problem. You're creepy, and it's disgusting. Fucking wow. You're creepy, Mr. Perry, and it's disgusting to everybody else. Act like you understand me. Mr. Perry, you're creepy, and it's disgusting to the rest of us. Control yourself, pathetic. You don't have any power to just go be normal. You're just weak and stupid. We're all tired of dealing with it. We're tired of it. We can get information and you can't. Act like you understand me. Okay, look at this. She's trying to reason with this guy.
This make you feel.
She's trying to reason with him like, you got your fucking camera in my face all the time. How come you always come where I am? How could you even know where I am? Okay, stalking Mr. Perry's a felony. Obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, perjury, fraud upon a court. You're perpetrating an intentional deception on court after court after court after court. The civil cases are used already to get criminal charges pressed against you. Not by Tulsa police. You got those guys all scared of you. They're your bitches. I don't know if they're your bitches because you scared them or they want to be. I don't care. We'll ask the guy on the day where we have traffic court. Did you fucking do this because you're scared? And we'll just let him tell us. How about that? Jerry Bender, I'm telling you right now, that's the plan. You do what you do. You do what you do. Mr. Perry, I come from 4 generations of police. 4 generations. Okay? You killed a cop and you've taken everything I have, my home and my car, because I testified for the guy that you perpetrated a fraud and an intentional deception on a court in his case by suborning perjury. That does something in cops. It just does something. I don't know about TPD. I can't speak for TPD. I don't really talk to them. I talked to some police from somewhere else. They got me the McNamara email, and that you have Huntington's disease, and that Mike Neely was drugged. I said it before depositions were taken, and that you were going to tell Gene Mitchell to change his legal argument to something that does not even make sense. I found out before he did it. He asked that question, but not during my deposition, and everybody's kind of curious about why didn't he ask. The questions in my deposition were not relevant to his case. They were relevant to the deception that you're perpetrating on a fraud, on a court, a fraud, a lie. Forgery is a felony. Attempted murder, assault, and battery. Should I go on? What about sex exploitation and sex trafficking? How many guys are they going to arrest at the same time? And on what day will that be, and who's going to do it? Yeah, you don't know fuck, because you don't have any power. You're just pathetic like this guy right here. Can't get a real date, can't get a real love life, don't have a cover-up. $25 million you paid for your cover-up didn't do shit, did it? Why is that? Lucius, who the fuck are you? I don't know you. And why couldn't you be men when I sued you 3 times and show up in court and just do it the normal way? I don't have a law degree. I've not been to law school. You have 5 seasoned attorneys. They can't handle one chick without a lick of law school. And everybody makes fun of you guys, and you don't seem to get that. People don't like injustices. They don't like it. They don't like corruption. They don't like it. They don't like weird little creepsters like you, Charles. They don't like you. We can get information and you can't. You don't have a love life. You have a TV show like John Hinckley Jr. You're not 1 ounce different. You're not 1 bit different than that bitch. You're pathetic and you're rejected and told on. Get a grip on reality, weirdo. Lucius, if you don't like getting quoted, you better get the bitch under control with the poking and the peeping and the typing in my phone and then whining. Is it your mom? Is it Al? Is it your dad? Telling on you? Is it Chicago police? Oh my God, wow. See, here's the thing when you're in jail, not all that goes with you. And that's what everybody wants. So we can get information and you can't. You have leaks and we don't. Get a grip on reality. She's arguing with this man. Do you like having a camera in your face? Expecting him to think like a normal, rational human being. Reasonable, prudent, individual standard applies here. Judge Parker or whoever, Judge Egan, whose court are you in? They won't tell me. They won't tell me. But they got somebody all over both judges. Kirkendall, I need you to leave her alone so I can rule out entrapment and provocation. Because it looks to me like you're doing exactly what the email from 2017 says. We're going to send her home, harass the shit out of her, cause her catastrophic profound loss. And then when she tells on us, we'll lie and say she's harassing us. Is that what you've done? You think people don't know? Okay, keep thinking that, stupid.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
You want?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole fucking
it?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Types it on my phone every day too. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take. Yep. Thread is duly noted for the record. These guys helping me watch everything you do on my computer and my phone. And any electronic device I'm on. So when they arrest you and you gotta go to court, you can explain all that, okay? And I'm not doing what she says. That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna work for you, Poke and Peep. Your guy called you that. Oh, by the way, Mr. Perry was billed $1,000 a day for invading my privacy. Peeping is a felony sex crime. It isn't a date. It's a crime. Dumb fuck. You're sicko. Because normal dudes don't do it. Men that I've actually had a real date with and real sex, they didn't peep, you dumb son of a bitch. They're not creepsters like you. And they can get a date and you can't. You're rejected. You're rejected and told on. Look at your results. I feel like her. I'm trying to talk to a fucking golly. I don't have any patience for it. I don't. You're embarrassing to me. How come you are not embarrassed? What? You should be embarrassed. It's ridiculous that you're not. You know, all of you should be. Lucius, you too. Good God, what the hell's wrong with you? You deviant men, sicko types. They make Netflix specials about y'all. You know, your types, criminal weirdos. The kind, they do the Jeff Epstein special. And what did Sarah Alex say? You repulsive and prisoners. Your kind gets to beat the fuck up in jail. You're gonna have to have your attorney make special arrangements, because I'm especially Princess Prissy Pants Charles is gonna get that shit beat out of him. You're gonna have to put you in a special place. I kid you not, that's exactly what will happen. You just grind on everybody's last nerve. You're all girled up. You're all prissy, and those guys that do like the Ocean's 11 type, boy, they don't like that. No one does. That's why we can get information and you can't. Weirdo. Everybody's sick of this. Why don't you get that, Mr. Perry? We can get information because everybody's sick of you. Why are you stupid that you can't get at least that? Huh? Everybody's sick. Just golly with this, sir, ma'am, whatever it is you are. We don't even know what you are. So your threats, I'm gonna get you. That is hey, that's it. Noted for the record. You threatened me again today. Okay? We're all tired of it. Shut up.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that the
feel?
one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give a
get
fuck. You can bring what?
Whatever. Looney Tune. What the fuck ever, Looney Tune. Look at this.
That's okay. I don't
Leave me alone.
what you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Are we nothing but dogs now? Are women nothing but meat to be slobbered over? This is why they're afraid to walk home at night. This is why they're afraid of us. Because of guys like this. If you act like this guy, your parents need to be flogged because obviously they didn't raise you right. Guys.
What did that guy say? The hardest part of watching Mr. Perry and what he's doing to her is he's fat, lazy, in a nice cozy bed, gets up and waddles to the bathroom in the next room to pee. She has to drive to a fucking gas station. And where I come from, a man gives up a chair for a woman. And that's why he's by himself. That's why she won't have a fucking thing to do with him. You don't get women to like you acting like you act, dumb fuck. That's why you're by yourself. You got your little blow-up dolly and your little TV show and you pretend. And that is the best you'll ever be. It's been 10 years of that. But why is it different, Lucius, that I have your name? Any other victim have your name? And you dumb fucks, oh, she thinks we're a bunch of sex perverts and we're businessmen. No, you're not. Because businessmen are smart. And they can foresee criminal and civil liability. And get a contract signed and fair compensation negotiated. Before they just use somebody else's body for entertainment and for profit. Against their will or without their knowledge and consent. Forgery, Perry. It's a forgery. Like he asked me, did you sign a marriage license and a power of attorney? And I said, why the fuck would I do that? Hell no. I've not even seen it. And he didn't have it with him. He drove all the way out to my work to ask me, Mr. Perry, something he could have driven 2 minutes from his police department. Why do you do that? Why'd you kill him? I know you killed him. Because I knew Gene Mitchell was going to change his legal argument to something that didn't even make sense. You're going to get Michael out of jail, or we will, David. And I swear to God, if we have to do it, you won't like it any more than you like when we quote you, sir. Okay? Are you as nutty as Charles? I mean, what's your deal, Lucius? You killed a cop that does something in other cops. I don't know what the hell's going on with TPD. I don't care. Somebody else is getting the job done, and you don't know who it is. And nobody will tell you anything, because people don't like cop killers and kid rapists. Yeah. When you put a camera in a woman's home without her consent or knowledge, and she has kids, you're a child pornographer, allegedly, right? So you were billed $1,000 a day for using my body for your entertainment and for profit against my will without my consent, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. So there's a thing called civil court and restitution and cha-ching every time you do something to me fucked up. Yeah, it's like you guys just like getting caught. We just like getting caught. Everything that provokes it, you do it, and you keep doing it, knowing what's going to happen when you do it anyway. I mean, it doesn't get any more stupid than you, unless you just want to get caught. Like we said, I mean, people do what they want to do. So at some point, you go, well, but I'm not seeing you buy the toothbrush and the toothpaste, and I'm not seeing you, go to the grocery to buy food, even though you say you want food and you say you want clean teeth. I'm seeing you do the opposite. So nobody believes you anymore. And it is rape.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Mr. Perry, you're never going to have real sex with me. I will not go on a date with you. You repulse me, and you disgust me, and you know that. And the more you try to hit on me, the more sickened I get. And the more information about your crime we get. You're pissing me off. You're pissing me off. You will never get a date with me. You'll never have sex with me. You're not good enough. You have to be normal, and you can't do that. You have no power. You have no class. You have no dignity, and you embarrass the hell out of me. And I have said that over and over and over, stupid. Write it down. I'm not a special education teacher. I'm not even listen, I went through something recently I keep having to change jobs because every time I find a job, Mr. Perry finds out about it, even though he claims he's not a stalker. He's a stalker, and that's a felony. Finds out where I'm working, and he starts causing trouble. Right? That's what they do. That's what they were just complaining about. All these women, when we erode their life and relationships and their finances, they get depressed. She's not. She acts almost happy about it. Listen, I have help. We're building a criminal case against you. Everything you do to me will be used against you in a court of law, and I've said that, and I've said it a lot. No one else has your code words, Muffin Man. Weeble wobbles. We're weeble wobbles. We wobble, but we can't fall down. I think you're falling and you're stupid. You don't know it. That's what I think. Everyone else sees it a little different, because we're not stupid. We don't have Alzheimer's. We do remember. Okay? Just note that for your record. So, I've had to change jobs, and he finds out where it is, and he'll fuck it up. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. David, how many charges are you going to get hit with that? Charles, how many charges are you going to hit? How much restitution is there in that for me? Yeah, you don't realize what you just fucking, you got your head up your ass or something, I don't know. But for you to get quoted this much, you don't think there's going to be criminal charges? I mean, do you really think that? I mean, we don't have words for the weird shit y'all think. Doesn't even make sense. Anyways, so I spend at a job where I am sometimes now, about 3 to 5 hours doing one part of it, and then about 8 to 12 doing another part of it. After I've already done the 3 to 5 hours worth of work, I do another 8 to 12. And on top of that, I have school. That can be 10 to 15 hours a week. School. My college degree, I'm still pursuing in spite of all this. I lost my home. I lost everything I have. I lost my car. They're trying to cause even more loss. I've lost relationships that are important to me, or at least temporarily. We've all kind of had to back off from each other since you like threatening everybody. Did you tell? Did you leak? Was it you? How'd she find out about that? You know, like that. You want us to get the IRS on you. Fucking hillbillies. I fucking hate you with your... I can't stand that accent. I can't stand it. War crime. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. I can't stand either one. That hillbilly shit. Oh my god. Get that out of here. Get it fucking... Learn how to talk right. Anyways, the hick thing. I mean, the backwards hillbilly hick. We're stupid, and even though we're told on every day, we don't understand what that means. I mean, I'm just like, this is maddening. They say criminals are stupid. I think you're living, breathing proof that's true. And they also have research, low IQ and no impulse control. I mean, there's clinical research from criminologists that say that. So you wouldn't be criminals if you weren't stupid. You'd go do things normal like everybody else can do. Everybody else can do normal life. Why can't you? Just can't keep up. My mommy humiliated me and I just can't keep up. Anyways, use your mommy as an excuse to fail and can't be normal. And do things legal and legit, like 3 court cases. 5 attorneys can't handle 1 woman with not a lick of law school, right? If she didn't have any evidence, then what's the harm in letting her in court to show evidence she doesn't have? Right, David? When I speak in the third person, I'm quoting other people. Okay, I had to explain that too. I thought it was just kind of, people would know that, but I guess not. You gotta finger paints again. Finger paints and the puppets and the crayons, which I don't do, but what I can do is outsting up anybody you've sent me, right? Yeah, okay, anyways, so, what does that mean to you, Lucius? That I can outsting up anybody you've ever sent to me to try to, maybe you can get her to say this, or maybe you can get her to say that. Yeah, y'all do that too. We heard y'all doing that. So I'm working my ass off, in other words, and I have somebody that I work with that was told, this particular thing is your responsibility, so take care of it. And this person took up an hour of my time arguing and arguing and arguing and arguing, and I blew a gasket. I was like, listen, I don't have any time. I spend this much, 3 to 5 hours a day doing XYZ job, and then 8 to 12 after that doing XYZ job, and then I'm in school. I don't have time to do your job too. Why don't you act like a grown-ass man and do it? And here's the other thing. Were it up to me, because you're doing this right now, you could have had the job done while you spend an hour arguing with me over something that the boss told you to do. So here's the thing. If it were up to me, I'd say, you know what? Maybe you don't need to come to work tonight. You don't want to work. You don't want to do the job. Stay home. Because I got a list of 20 people that would love to have your job. They've applied for your job. They would love to have it, and they'll come in and do it without complaining and wasting my fucking time. Did that guy do that just because he's an asshole? Or did you tell him to do that? Because you like to make trouble everywhere I go. Should we put him on the stand and ask him? Should we, Mr. Perry? That's what everybody's sick and tired of. So we can get information and nobody will help you with fuck. Everybody's sick and tired of that shit. Somebody else, argued with me about, I'm in college, right? In college, there's a lot of teachings about teamwork. Work together. You put this person where they're strong, and who might be weak on something else, but somebody else is strong in that area. and you put people who have strengths that are needed to complete the task, right? You got an accounting type of task, then you put people who are good at numbers on that accounting task. You don't put them out in marketing, because typically guys who are good at numbers suck at marketing. They don't have good people skills. People who are good at people skills suck at numbers. I mean, that's kind of how that works. So you whatever the thing is that you want to do, whatever project you're managing, then it's promoting teamwork. Everything, that's the new age thing. So for someone to be against teamwork promotions, you're fucking hillbilly. You're backward and you're stupid. And you had somebody throw a fit over teamwork promotions, and that's hillbilly crap, right? Did you have that person do that, or are they just that stupid? I mean, let's ask them. Let's just ask them, right? Let's put that person on the stand and go, did you say that because you said that? That's what you think? You're the dumb fuck here? Or were you told to say that? Did Mr. Perry use you to make a problem, and everything's a thing, and everything's an ordeal, and everything's drama queen? You know, I don't know. Let's do it. Let's put this person on the stand. All these people that are in my life that you shouldn't even know. And yet you do. Right? Another individual who's been on the job about 20 days total. And out of those 20 days, missed about 10 of those 20, about half of it. And that person went through the whole place talking about how this guy sucks as a manager and I'm going to be the manager. And everybody went, wow, okay, you live in planet stupid or delusion or something, because you have zero experience, very, very little, and you haven't even been here. You've been on the job 20 days and you've missed 10. So what planet are you on that you think that you can do that job? You can't do that job. You can't even do yours. You haven't even been here. And the time that you've been here has been so short. You got 20 days experience on the job. Your job is a low-level job right now. You can't even do that. So don't go around telling everybody how you're going to be the manager and expect to be taken seriously. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. So that's been just in the last couple of days, all that's happened. So how much of it is them? We can ask them on the stand, Mr. Perry. And how much of it did you do? Tell them to say that. Because you like making out problems and drama and everything's a thing and everything's an ordeal. But here's the thing. We can get information like that you have Huntington's disease, because everybody's sick and tired of that. People like those who make life fun and easy, not stressful, not where we feel threatened and fearful all the time, not where everybody feels creeped out and sick at their stomach every time you walk in the door, or David, or Lucius, or Calvin. Everybody's tired of it. So we can get information and you can't. Like Mike Mealy was drugged, and his attorney deposes me and doesn't ask one fucking relevant question to his case. He asks relevant questions to your intentional malicious deception that you are perpetrating on a court of law while you're under oath. And if anybody thinks that I signed a marriage license or a power of attorney for Charles Perry, then bring me your copy and watch him shit himself. I've not even seen it, much less signed it. It is a forgery, and it was done illegally, because I'm not going to sign some shit like that. There's no way. He can't even get a date. In 13 years I've known the bitch, not even one date. Definitely no sex. He's a sicko. He's turn-off. He's fat, he's lazy, and he's a turn-off. Because women don't like peeping toms. They don't like bitches who make a problem and a drama and a thing over everything. They don't like guys who cross boundaries and can't be normal and respect the law and me. My guy said, Mr. Perry, in July 2022, you are to get out of her privacy. Get out of her life. Do not contact her ever again. And she better not be broke one more day. And you didn't listen. You thought he was kidding. So we got more. After that is when we got Geppetto, your witch's name. Sanjay, your hacker's name. Lucius. Calvin, bald and fat. Those are what? Mafia people? Irish mafia? I mean, who? I'll tell you one thing. I mean, the mafia, if that's the mafia, wow. I mean, wow. Dumbest mafia I've ever seen in my life. Remember, I did live in Vegas for a very long time. Very, very, very long time. And I knew people that were in the mafia, Italian mafia, Lucius. And they were a whole lot smarter than you. I mean, a whole lot smarter than you. And I got along with them great. Nobody's doing anything to you. I don't know you. I've not met you. I don't want anything to do with you. I've not picked a fight with you. You've not lost a thing, sir. But every time you cause me a loss of my time, you cause me a loss of my money, you cause me a loss of my privacy, my reputation, a relationship, of money, anything, we get more. Cause and effect, same and different, before and after. We get the information before you do it, not after, so we can prove premeditation and malicious aforethought. This is not rocket science, David. Lucius, it's not. And we get, it's different than when you do this to other victims, but it's the same every time you do it to me. 2-year-olds can get there faster. How are you not embarrassed? We're embarrassed for you. We're embarrassed by you. So, all of that shit's criminal activity, coercion, and it's rape. And when you're watching women in the privacy of their home with kids, it's child pornography. You are a sick motherfucker. And your kind gets beat the fuck up in jail. You're going to have to get your attorney to make special arrangements for your living when they arrest you, because you'll get the shit beat out of you when you hurt a kid and you hurt a cop. Especially a cop that helped people, and I understand Lucky and Mike both did. I have a friend that lived in Manford that said I'd be dead if it weren't for them, for Lucky. I had a bad meth problem, and he helped me get off of it. He looked at me in the eye and said, "You're better than this. Get the fuck off the meth." And she said, "I did, and my whole life's different. It's a lot better." So Lucky has people that respected him and cared about him and loved him and his family. And you put a bowling ball through their lives, and you're paying for it now, and we're not even getting started. We're just getting started, sir. You don't kill a cop and think you're going to get away with that. You're not. You're not getting away with it. Huntington's disease. We found out you have Huntington's disease. You're not. What are you getting away with? Just because you haven't been handcuffed yet? You haven't been through a trial yet? We're quoting you every day. You're not getting away with shit, dumb. You're just dumb. You don't understand what people are saying to you. It's embarrassing. Your response is always like you fucking have no idea what was just said. It's embarrassing. I don't go out with men who are stupid. I have to go out with somebody who can challenge my intellect, and you don't even get close. You have to be normal to ride this ride. You have to be chivalrous, because I don't waste my time going out with somebody who isn't what I want, and you're not even close. You're a job, Mr. Perry, and as much as we quote you, you ought to know that by now. So, I mean, this is very detailed, specific information about what Mr. Perry intended to do to hurt me. A fraud and a deception, intentionally and maliciously perpetrated on a court of law. Where's the evidence of a political vendetta? Politically, you just fucking don't matter. You're small town, you're small time, your district is one of the smallest districts in one state. And a state I don't live in, and haven't for 9 years. I've been in Oklahoma for 9 years. I moved twice to get away from you. To be with my family, and to not have to deal with you and your little drama. And your crime. Crime was second on the list of things that people want stopped. In the midterm elections, dumb fuck. Watch the news. They don't like suffering. People do not like suffering. We have laws so that we can maintain a civilized society. You get outside those laws into deviant behavior, people want you in jail. We got this right here because people wanted you in jail back then. And not around to do this stuff to me or anybody else ever again. That's why we can get information and you can't. Right, Muffin Man? Right, Lucius? Right, Calvin? Bald, fat Calvin? Better wake up. Better fucking wake up. So we got a whole lot more. They got that to me in jail, David. You think I psychically, shapeshifter, the aliens brought it to me in jail? Look whose name is on that. You and I discussed it. You and I discussed Fabian at length. And I'm telling Fabian about it in 2015. Look at the date. This guy came into my work. We talked about you. Here's what he said to me about you. How the fuck does this guy I've never met in my life know anything at all about Fabian? Right? Bought in Bertha? Jesus. You think nobody else suspect a thing. No. In Hillbilly Land, maybe, where you're stupid. The rest of us got it. Long time ago, the first time it was said, I want to take her car. Yep. And then you did, and you tried and you did. Nobody else suspect a thing in your Hillbilly Land daydream pretend world. So we got more. These other women get depressed. She gets like almost gleeful. Yeah, because there's an end result she likes. There's an end result that makes her happy. Okay, Lucius? It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. Mr. Perry, I don't care what you think. Nobody fucking understands why you don't get that yet. No one understands why you think I care what you think. I fucking don't want to hear it. No one does. And I've been saying that since July 2022. And you just never shut up. And so we get more. Every time you contact me, we get another one of these, whether I put it out or not. Whether somebody else puts it out or not. Our guys are very strategic. What they put out is to get something from you. And you always deliver. And yeah, that makes us very happy. Criminals are stupid, or they wouldn't be criminals, right, David? Because I could go, well, I did say, I told you so. And that will be my testimony in your criminal trial. I told you so, I did say. Before, not after. It's different when they do it to me versus their other victims. But it's the same every time they do it, and they're stupid and don't know that yet. It's been that way for 10 years. They don't know. Even now. Can't spot a pattern. Mr. Perry's mentally retarded, diagnosed. Mentally retarded. What's wrong with the rest of you? I mean, he's got a team of you trying to make one woman fail. Yeah. Hasn't gone so well, has it? Look at this. Mr. Powell had a conversation with Chief Ridley. Just after I started kind of asking questions. Did that murder have something to do with me and my complaint? And I guess Mr. Powell then had the same question. So he calls Chief Ridley. Did that have something... Mr. Powell... we're getting this story from Mr. Powell. Somebody who he told. Mr. Powell said to Chief Ridley, did we cause this? And he said, well, we don't really know what caused it. So we've had people talk to Mike. He'll cry and say he can't remember what happened. And he's sorry. But he doesn't know what happened. We're not really getting any answers out of him. But I will tell you this, don't come up here and browbeat people anymore. We had a lot of complaints about that. About Mr. Powell and Mr. Perry walking into police departments. Acting like everybody in there worked for them. Nobody invited you guys to Oklahoma. I came here to get away from y'all. Drama, Connie Curry types. I mean, ugh. Creepy, Charles. You're just creepy and weirdo. Turn off. So we got all that. The thing is, now we know that Mike Neely was drugged. I said it in January. I said it again in March 2020. And in depositions of May 2020, sure as shit he was given Narcan. He wasn't treated for concussion or being hit in a fight. He was treated for being drugged and overdosed with opioids and given Narcan. And when he was given the Narcan, he displayed and exhibited symptoms of someone who's overdosed on opioids. He came to and he became combative. And that's what people do when they are given Narcan after having been... I mean, they all do. All people do it. Mr. Powell, you need to do your research. And, Robertson. So, who gave him that? Who gave me the arsenic? Who's giving people drugs? Somebody said that when she has... Now that she has that... About that conversation, that she's going to need a gun, they'll kill her. Listen, dudes, they've been trying to kill me forever. And they've done it with poison, and a gun wouldn't have helped me, not one bit. So, Charles is fat and lazy. I could take him. All you have to do is I'll probably have to just like give him a little bit of a kick, and he'll fall over, roll around crying, and where's my mommy? You know, the queen that he is, drama queen that he is. Just pathetic. But every time you contact me, I mean, we get another one. And we don't always say something. It's strategically put where it's put, and placed where it's placed, and said to who it's said to. Because we know what you're going to do. We're smart. We got that figured out way in advance. Here's what they'll do. Sure shit, you do it every time. And we're building a criminal case with it. And you've been told that, and you do it anyway. So don't tell us that's not what you want. If you didn't want it, you'd stop doing it. Mr. Perry doesn't get a date. He doesn't get a cover-up. He gets told on. And there has been nothing else come from what he does for a decade but that. And that is the best he will ever do. And there's that.